We might be leaving Alaska, but our adventure is far from over.
Sun's out, bun's out.
I don't feel as nervous today.
Next thing you know, I'll be wearing gloves at a dump station.
This week, we're embarking on one of Canada's most remote and breathtaking roads, best known for its top-of-the-world views. And once again, these roads are not quite as daunting as social media would have you believe.
If it stays paved like this, I'm happy.
But our trek wasn't entirely without risk. We still have to cross a river in our RV, and this guy could not handle it.
Oh, I wasn't being that dramatic.
Yes, you were. You were being very dramatic.
It's just a small boat.
It is very small. We also discovered the most stunning turquoise river right outside of Whitehorse. And since we're back in dog-friendly Canada, guess who's coming along for the ride? What happened to you?
You're getting yourself in a predicament.
Thank you to eTrailer for partnering with us on this video. We were not supposed to be at this boondocking spot for 2 days, but that's what happened because when we woke up the next morning, ready to cross the border and head to top of the world highway, it was very cloudy and rainy, and we thought, what is the point of seeing great views if they are covered in clouds? But as you can see, our waiting paid off. It's gonna be a clear, sunny day, and I'm excited for what's to come. I think it's gonna be epic.
And it turns out it's a good thing we're leaving today because they're actually going to be putting a stone crusher down here and starting to do some stuff for road repair. So, just in time. Everything's done inside. Just got to put Starlink and the generator away. We'll be good to go. People have asked throughout the summer about how much we use the generator. That is increasing as we get closer to the winter because the sun's not getting as high in the sky and isn't allowing us to get as much solar power. That's why we have it.
Okay, I think we just have the slide.
You know what they say, sun's out, bun's out.
Hey Trinity, it's your turn, stay. Stay. Okay, come. Yes, good girl. No, not through the mud puddle. Oh my goodness, come on.
Is she drinking from the mud puddle?
Come on, let's go. Yep.
Of course she is.
The nice thing about this boondocking spot is it is only 9 miles from the Canadian border. So we don't have too much far to go before we cross in the border. I don't feel as nervous today. I feel like we're pros at this.
Well, the main thing is like we don't have Craig and Victoria in front of us, so we should be good.
And if you have no idea what we're talking about, we'll put a link in the description to the video that you must watch.
Hey, you're traveling with these folks?
Yeah.
Ever give them a hard time?
Man, kinda.
Trinity is ready. She's like, I got my rabies. I'm all good. I'm not gonna bark at the border agent.
I don't know about that. She likes to bark at people. She looks on high alert today.
The thing is, when you say that, you make it sound like she barks a lot at people.
She
It's
doesn't.
only certain people that she deems unworthy.
Did she bark at the US border agent? She didn't bark at the Canadian one.
Not the Canadian one, no. We gave you a little cheat
Yep.
sheet
She
of her
put
license
license
plates.
plates. She did not, however, put on there what she does for work. So that still might stumble me up. Stumble me up, trip me up.
Apparently you need help with words.
Anybody coming your way? Because I'm just gonna go.
You are good. This first part is technically the start of Top of the
Yes.
World Highway, right?
And
Yeah.
if it stays paved like this, I'm happy.
So Top of the World Highway goes from obviously 9 miles before the border all the way into Dawson City, where we have to take our RV on a ferry today. So we have that coming up, so keep watching. But it's about 75-ish miles, I think, last I checked, for Top of the World Highway. Already I'm seeing some pretty views. We're not sure if that's the border crossing or not.
Or is it a parking lot to wait for the border if you're too early?
Because that is the thing. This border opens at 8 a.m., which we're good. You know we're good.
You know we're good.
And it closes at 6 p.m. And it also closes
We're good for that too.
Yeah, it closes in the winter as well, but I don't know if that's like a specific date or when the snow flies or whatever. So yeah, this whole road like closes in the winter. So we want to make sure we get through it before we were stuck in Alaska forever.
There's the welcome to Alaska
Welcome to
sign.
Alaska. They don't have a leaving Alaska sign?
They probably have a welcome to something sign on the other side. It's very sad.
Bye, Alaska. It's over.
I'm like super kind of bummed right now.
Don't be bummed. We're gonna have adventures coming up.
All right.
Looks like the blue shack. There we go, the Canadian flag.
Do you think all the border agents like live in these truck campers?
Maybe.
Because otherwise it's a long commute. Hello.
Hi.
I'm doing well. Yourself?
And where's home?
Florida.
How long are you planning to be in Canada?
Let's see, I think it's only like 3 weeks. We're kind of going through to the States, the lower 48, yeah.
More than $10,000 in cash with you?
No, definitely not.
I wish.
Did you firewood at all?
No.
No.
I just gotta go get license plate numbers.
Yep.
Well, she didn't go crazy.
No, you're doing good, Trin. You farted.
I smell it. Her nerves are getting to the best of her.
Trin. What is it? 65 miles to Dawson
Yeah,
City?
so you
Okay.
can make it to
We'll make it to
Dawson
Dawson City on fuel.
Go enjoy the rest of
Thank you.
Thank you.
How many people cross here a day? About?
It varies. So, like beginning and end of season, it's not very many, but then kind of mid-season, we'll get anywhere from 65 to 110
Okay.
cars a day.
Okay.
So still not crazy amount.
No,
but-
it's not a crazy amount.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
That was like the smoothest border crossing
Smoothest.
ever.
And you didn't say anything stupid. I didn't say anything
Well, she didn't
stupid.
ask any questions.
No, she asked about firearms,
that's it. But she didn't
mace.
ask. She didn't ask any unexpected questions.
Right.
Like, what do you do for work? Is
Right,
kind of
that's
a
when they
random,
trip
like,
you up.
weird question.
Yeah.
Look
Oh,
at
wait,
the,
look.
at this fog.
What happened to our view?
I can tell you from the drone. This seems to be pretty localized, and you should drive out of it here in a little bit.
This is not what I
This is
wanted
not
to
what-
see
this
on
is-
top of the world.
The top of the highway is not paved, but it is packed down dirt. However, I will say this, if we were coming through on a rainy day, I would be nervous with this truck making it because there's enough hills and stuff where I can see this used to be slick that we might have trouble making it up if it was a rainy day.
There is a fine line between dodging potholes and not falling off the edge of this cliff. You're doing a very good job.
Thank you.
As we're getting closer and closer to Dawson City, the views are getting so much better.
It's been
It's
amazing.
really, really pretty.
And we got a bonus because the sun has
sun is
really
out!
started coming out toward the end of this drive.
Overall, I'm really happy that we decided to take a little detour in a different way out of Alaska. It's always nice to be on new roads. Like, that's the whole theme of open roading and why we came up with the name in the first place. It was just like going on roads that are new, that you haven't been before, and just exploring what's out there.
The front of our garage is filthy. Like,
I know, it's so
caked
bad.
on mud. That is disturbing.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Sorry.
That's the ferry right there.
Yep, that's the ferry.
Is that the only one running?
Yeah, it just goes back and forth there.
Okay. We're still waiting in line. We've been timing it about 18 to 25 minutes, give or take a few, to get from one end to the other and unload and get back. They can usually take a couple cars and one RV, and there were 2 RVs ahead of us. But I think we'll be on soon. Ready for your first ferry ride?
Okay, he wants the car to go.
Okay, you're supposed to be slow, just don't run into this person.
Thanks for that little tip.
Just take it slow.
Oh, this ferry looks so janky.
It's tiny.
I feel like I'm going onto a party pontoon boat is what I feel like I'm doing. I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. We got this.
I'm also
we
nervous
got
that
this.
the bike is gonna smacked the front end of this thing.
No, he doesn't.
Yep.
It did.
Eyes on him, no guy doing the blade.
Okay. You watched it with my trailer.
You're good. You're good. It's tight, but. How'd that feel? A little freaky?
I'm still freaked out. Just this whole crossing has me a little like.
Why? You think we're gonna like.
It's
sink?
just a small boat.
It is very small. I'm more nervous about getting the
off?
RV on and not having it do a major boom.
Okay. Here comes the moment of like, are we gonna scrape the motorcycle again? Oh, nope, not going off. I think the RV's off.
Yep,
Okay.
I think we're all off.
Whew, we made it, Trin. She's still nervous too. I think she didn't know what to do with it.
She wasn't sure. She's never been on like a boat before. Sitting on the side of the road like a true RV dog. We found a place to park in town, thankfully, and now we're gonna head to the River Something Bistro for a little bit of an early dinner.
We lost an hour though, so
Yeah.
because it's 4 o'clock now, 4:30.
Yeah, so technically it's still 3.
3:30 our time, but oh well.
It's always a good time to eat. It's definitely a cute little town though. It's got that old-timey old Western feel to it.
River West Bistro, is that what you meant?
That's what I meant.
Okay.
No, they said they were gonna close at 6.
We have time, right?
I don't know if they'll let us in.
Just gotta fill up the gas tank because we don't want to forget that. And then it's on to the boondocking spot.
Can I sit here, Trin? Can I have this spot? Thank you. We actually didn't sleep too bad last night for it being a rest area on the side of the road. I mean, there were some semis that went through, but not a lot of traffic here in the Yukon Territory. But we have 200 more miles to go today to get us all the way to Whitehorse. And I was realizing that I didn't actually tell you where we were headed. Like, what is our ultimate destination? I promise you, we are not aimlessly wandering around Canada. So my parents live in upstate New York. That's actually where both Joseph and I grew up. And so we are going back there for a visit. So it is one big push back to the East Coast. But we, of course, are going to see a lot of fun and interesting attractions along the way. But the entire mileage for this trip is pretty insane, guys. It is insane. I was doing the calculations. It's gonna be 4,937 miles. And that is from the Canadian border that we crossed yesterday morning. So we have a very, very long couple of months ahead of us. We're gonna try to keep our sanity, but also see what we can find along the way. And of course, we're gonna take you along too. Do you know how many miles we have to go to get to the East Coast?
I think you said 4,500. Am I right?
Nope,
How many?
400 more.
400. That's a whole. So we're up to 16 travel days because we had figured it out. It was going to be 15 travel
straight
days.
travel days. How much have we done so far?
Somewhere.
You've got like a dandelion fuzzy on your face.
Somewhere around 200.
No, 195. Oh, there's a bug crawling on the lens. Yay! There you
There
go.
we go.
It's gone.
We've got a long ways to go.
Yeah, we better get like moving today.
I think we got a little muddy.
Can we pretty please wash this in Whitehorse?
You wanted to wash it in Fairbanks.
I know.
And it's a good thing we didn't because I never would have let you forget it. I guess I'm kind of not letting you forget it now. But I suppose when we get to Whitehorse, not today, but before we leave Whitehorse, we can get it washed because it's a mess.
We are supposed to take the Cassier down I don't know if we're gonna get dirty, but I just feel like
It's
there's
filthy.
only so much amount of grind you can deal with.
It is like 1/4 inch caked on in the
very
front.
thick.
It's bad. Just giving all the tires a quick check before we head out. Checking the tire wear, looking at the leaf springs. Everything's looking the same that it has. I think we're good. Craig and Victoria told us there's lots of like frost heaves and stuff that sneak up on you in the next 150 to 200 miles. It's a lot of smooth, but a lot of craziness potential as well. So just wanted to give everything a little extra check. If you've been following our journey for any length of time, you know that we've had a tire wear issue and that back in February, I bought some shocks from eTrailer to try to help with that. I'm kind of going from the least expensive to the most expensive. Well, here in Canada and Alaska, I have been so grateful to have those shocks, not just as I'm trying to figure out the tire wear, but because of the roads. I can only imagine the extra grief I would be giving my suspension, my axles, and everything else if I hadn't replaced those original shocks with the new ones. I don't think I should be able to do that.
Funny story, we actually bought the wrong shocks the first time that we bought them. We had no idea what we were buying.
So this has turned into your typical Joe project. These aren't the right shocks.
And so we're like, okay, we gotta talk to eTrailer and figure out what are the size shocks that we actually need for this RV.
Hang on, Christina's typing.
And they helped us out and they were able to send us the correct ones.
The shocks are on their way.
But the cool thing is they sent them to us like right away. Like there was no need for, oh, we have to wait till we receive this back. Nope, they sent us the new ones. They sent us the return receipt, like right away, the label to put on so we could ship it back to them. And they made it so easy and they were so nice and just like you can tell they're super customer focused as a company, and that's one of the reasons why we are just so excited to partner with them for this video.
So that was just our firsthand experience with eTrailer's customer service long before we ever partnered with them. But what was really cool was seeing all the comments flood in of people saying, yeah, eTrailer's amazing, eTrailer's awesome, and their customer service is top notch.
We'll leave a QR code on the screen and a link in the description to our exact shocks, but know that you can always chat with an eTrailer expert to get the exact parts you need for your trailer. Thank you again to eTrailer for supporting our channel.
We haven't gotten very far. We're already stopped and you're looking.
Because I just don't, I've heard that this route, there's fewer gas stations than on the Alaska Highway. And so I do see one like we're stopped at one now, but I see one in an hour and we could definitely make it there, but it looks a little sketchy. So let's fill up while we still have, what, half a tank?
Oh, we're at like above a 3/4 of a tank.
Look at you.
How proud are you all? Like I saw the gas station, I'm like, let's pull off and see. You guys are checking the channel right now. I know you're checking to see that you're really on open roading. You are. I'm a changed man. Next thing you know, I'll be wearing gloves at a dump station.
No, that's going too far.
How remote are we? We just had to wait for a 4-wheeler to gas up before we could get in.
All right, let's see how much damage this one is gonna do.
Oh, it only tells me per liter, so 222 per liter.
So we were paying like $270 on the Alcan at some places, so that's not terrible.
All right. Well, we're only putting, let's put our guesses in. I'm gonna say we're gonna put 16 liters in. We'll see. Hang on, I need to get photo proof. 1 second. How much did I say? How many liters did I say?
What did you say?
I believe 16? I said 16 liters. That would be 16.8 liters. I did not cheat. I kept it gripped until it cut off on its own.
So we should be good till Whitehorse, right? I would think.
As long as there's not any steep grades, yeah, we should be good.
Okay. Let's hope we make it. It's definitely a lot nicer today, or warmer today, I should say.
It's sunny!
Than yesterday. That's not where I was going, but yes,
sunny.
It is sunny. But no, we can have the windows down, but now we're starting to smell the smoke, which is, I feel like this fire that has gone through here must be this year. Like, I know there were a lot of fires in Canada this summer. We're not anywhere close to Jasper yet. We will be going through the area, but it's just so sad, like all the wildfires that happened this year. And see, I was trying to be serious, and you're like, it's sunny! 52 kilometers to go.
Today's 200 miles has gone significantly smoother than yesterday's 200 miles. Of course, yesterday we had over the top of the world, all that stuff. The first 50 miles today, a little bit rough, more stuff that would sneak up on you, like it was smooth, and then there'd be some frost heaves. Once we got past that, these last 150, we're not there yet, but these last 150 miles have been pretty much smooth sailing, except for a few frost heaves here and there that are pretty well marked. I will say, the one thing that has snuck up on me probably about 3 or 4 times so far today has been potholes that look small. You look at it, it's like, oh, it looks like it's just one layer of pavement missing, and then you slam into it with your front tire and realize that it was like 4 feet deep. So you do have to be aware of those.
4 feet deep.
Yeah,
Really?
I don't exaggerate at all. Ever. Just 100% truth all the time.
Okay, yep, got it. I'm gonna go check us into this RV park because someone is getting soft and didn't want a boondocking spot. Try to explain that to them.
There really is no defense. We have boondocked the majority of everything for 5 years, and yes, I am getting a little soft. However, the one thing I'm gonna say is that, to make my case, is that the boondocking spots we have found and the ones that we were looking at around here were still like pull-offs by the side of the road. We're gonna be here for 3 nights, and so it'd be much better to not be like right off the side of the road like we were last night. Welcome back.
Did he make a convincing argument?
I made my argument.
All right, I have the map of where we're supposed to go.
Time for our like biannual, is that twice a year, our like biannual project of thawing out the fridge. I think this is a common issue. I don't think this is just something with us. I think it's a common issue with the condenser style fridges. They build up frost. So we've got about 2 to 3 inches of ice up in the freezer. And then I actually have never seen it build up this much down here in the fridge. We just have a massive chunk of ice that we've got to thaw out and pull out. What better spot to do it than when you're in a campground? And I don't ascribe to the theory of open up the fridge and just let it drain and drip all day, because we don't have a place to keep all our frozen and refrigerated stuff cold. So I am more the type of person that is like active defrosting.
And if we can get this done in time, then we're gonna go out and see something around Whitehorse.
We're gonna up our game. We're taking your hair dryer and upping it to the paint stripper Duramax heat gun.
Nice. And I'm gonna work on sorting through this mess because I know there's leftovers that have been in the fridge for a while. No, this is nasty. You don't want this. Ooh! Oh, that's so gross. This expired 5 months ago. Trinity is picking up all the little ice pieces.
Good. The whole bottom section. Well, I was gonna say came off in 1, but I guess it technically came off in 2. And we're in Canada. They're used to seeing that stuff in August.
Look at how nice it looks. Hey Siri, put butter on the shopping list.
Come on. Wrong way. Hi.
Have you noticed that for the majority of the time we've been here in Whitehorse, it has been sunny?
Yes. Yeah, no.
Like ever since we got out of Alaska for some
Out of
reason.
Alaska, down through the Yukon, started heading south, we started seeing the sun more, and it's been marvelous.
Got our bear spray, which means we're going on a little hike.
Somebody's ready to go adventuring.
She's being a little holy. This spot is Miles Canyon, and it's just right outside of Whitehorse. Didn't take too long to get here. It's got a suspension bridge, but what really caught my attention...
Look who's running.
She is ready to go.
Anyway, continue on.
What really caught my attention were the deep cut cliffs that went down straight into the water. And when I saw those pictures on Google, I was like, we need to go here. Oh, wow. This water's so blue. here is the suspension bridge.
I feel like once we get on bridges, she is one track mind. Like, get to the other side.
No, she does not
Whoa.
want to take in the view. Obviously, you can just park, take pictures of the canyon, walk across the bridge, but we're gonna do a 4-mile loop hike just to stretch our legs a little bit today.
She's ready to go for the 4-mile hike.
She
Oh my
is
goodness.
just has a mind of her own today.
Good girl. Good girl.
Aside from the 2 lakes that we saw on the Reed Lakes Trail in Hatcher Pass, Alaska, most of the other waterways, the rivers and things are not quite as blue as the ones here in Canada, just because of all the glaciers and the glacial silt that's coming down, so they're a little like muddy and gray. But that, I just love this part of Canada, all the Canadian Rockies. I'm so excited that we're kind of going back through them because I cannot get over this blue turquoise color.
Turn. Come on.
Not that way, not yet.
Woo.
This way. Oh, left turn, trail. Actually, I think that's a campsite. Trail. I think we keep going straight.
Okay.
Trinity led us astray. Wrong turn.
Wait, did Trinity have the map?
Wrong trail.
I didn't think Trinity had the map.
All right, this is the actual trail that we want. I don't know if that's a ski trail sign or a Sasquatch. What happened to you?
You're getting yourself in a predicament.
You are tangled up in this small tree.
If anybody knows the secret to how to get your dog to like poop at the end of the trail as opposed to, you know, just after you get past all the garbage cans, let me know. Because if there's one thing I wasn't expecting with dog ownership, it was carrying poop bags for 2.5 miles every time we go on an adventure with her. Back at the river, I believe we are almost back to the suspension bridge.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have to explore in Whitehorse because tomorrow, next week for you guys, we are going to continue this big push back east. We've gone 400 miles so far, but we still have 4,500 to go. Are those boxers?
I think so. Somebody had some fun down here.
I hope they didn't try to go swimming because that current is swift.
Of all the options available, I hope swimming is the option. It happened.